This is a story. A story about a snow day match that turned sour and resulted in me 1v2ing my teammates. Enjoy! So yeah, I was just minding my own business, playing a game of Snow Day, which I never do by the way, and then all of a sudden, this happened. But I ignored it, I wasn't sure what it was. I was a pretty low rank in Snow Day, I don't play it very often, so I thought, could be just a bad player. So I moved on. But wait a minute, there he is again, trying and failing to bump me. Something is not right here. So it was only a short while later that the opponents got their first goal. So it's at this point that I decide to ask my teammate, very politely of course, what on earth is he doing? Which eventually led to this. Which of course at that point I recognised that this was a troll. But me being me, decided not to let it bother me, I'm going to continue playing, see how I do. And this sort of behaviour went on for a while. Bump attempt after bump attempt, usually failing. So I decided to stay away, do wide rotations, and try and get involved only when I really needed to. But for a little while this did work, but even when I had a chance to score, this weirdo tried to bump me again, and this time I was put off by their presence and I totally beamed it. But I thought to myself, fear not, there's over a minute left, there's still a possible chance that you can win this game. Spoiler alert, we didn't. I still have absolutely no idea why this person decided to behave like this. I've never encountered them before, nor had I said or done anything during this game to annoy them. They just started like this straight away, and I'm still a little bit baffled by it. So it was at this point that I decided to challenge this degenerate to a 1v1. And typically when you challenge someone to a 1v1, they either say no, make some excuse, or just leave without actually responding. This guy accepted. And so the stage was set. The player accepted my invite and we were ready to do battle in the depths of Aquadome. First kickoff of the game, our opponent was already off to a good start. We hit the crossbar and then our opponent throws us with a nice shot, sarcastic of course. And a mere 10 seconds later, we were already on the scoreboard after our distinguished guest gifted us a free opportunity at an open net. And to this, my dim-witted opponent replied, "I like to waste moderators' time." Oh, no time wasted at all, my friend, no time wasted at all, because quite on the contrary, I love to waste the time of toxic douchebags. So it wasn't too long before we got our second goal of the game, but before that, here's a little bit of demo salt for good measure. Oh! After scoring my second goal in a comfortable yet somewhat horrendous fashion, my opponent asked if we could go on Discord. Why on earth would my opponent think that I would want to join him on Discord after what we've just been through? So of course, I declined. After the third goal goes in, this is where the plot twist happens. My opponent's buddy, the one who was spectating this entire time, who was also in the previous game, decided to say, "My turn." And as you can see, things went great for him. So I was feeling confident. I wasn't playing my best, but I knew I could beat these guys. So I said, you know what, you can both join. And thus began the 1v2. Now I didn't particularly care about scoring a load of goals past them as they were a 2 and I was a 1, all I wanted to make sure is that I didn't lose this match. But as you can see, I still scored anyway. Oof! A little bit of overconfidence crept in, some may call it complacency, but I decided to go for a really appalling challenge on the ball. This cost me possession and my opponents were bearing down on my net. Thankfully though, one of my opponents decided to demo me, which put me back into the perfect position. Did I learn anything from my reckless overconfidence? Did I heck? A squandered double tap attempt and my opponents bared down on my goal once again. This time, however, it was a different outcome. So me being the genius that I am decided it would be a great idea to continue on in this exact same fashion trying to show off. It didn't go well. The toxicity came flooding in wave upon wave of the saltiest seawater. So I knew I had to step up, do something differently, so I gave them a taste of their own medicine. Started asking me to ban them for some reason, but obviously my moderator title is due to the fact that I moderate the subreddit and have no powers in game to ban people. A well-timed demo from the less toxic opponent and I conceded another goal. So I knew I had to do something different. My opponents were going for a lot of bumps and demos, so I had to make sure that I was aware and kept my eyes open for them. I also needed to make sure that I was controlling the ball more, and when I wasn't controlling the ball that I could get the ball somewhere where they couldn't. A dreadful misread in the corner, and unfortunately I conceded again, but I was determined to make sure that this was the last goal I conceded. So So with a little over 30 seconds left, I thought, right, okay, I can definitely win this. I just need to make sure I'm staying safe, keeping the ball away from them, only challenging when I know I'm definitely going to win the ball, and I just kept going in this sort of fashion. I did have a chance to score, and I tried my best, but then I decided that to actually go for the goal would have been a little bit risky, so I backed out of it, grabbed some boost, denied my boost from my opponent, which was useful, and I made my way back into midfield. Managed to continue this up all the way until the end, and as you can see from this footage, I ended up winning the game. One more easy in the text chat and I cemented my place as the alpha. My former teammates here tried to sprinkle a little bit more salt on, but the lid wasn't secure, so it all flooded out and spoiled their dinner. And they kept coming back for more. More and more. More and more. So I told them I'd see them on YouTube. And yeah, here we are. Shout out to this guy's mum, by the way. So I guess the moral of this story is, well, there isn't really a moral of the story. Just don't be a toxic bellend, I suppose. And definitely don't do it against someone who is so much better than you that they can beat you and your teammate combined. And so our story has reached its conclusion. Our protagonist was successful on his journey and claimed victory over his toxic foes and lives to fight another day. I hope you enjoyed this little story. It's a little bit something different for the channel, but I just found the whole ordeal quite amusing, so I decided to make a video about it. If you did enjoy it, please hit the like button and the subscribe button. It would let me know that you do enjoy this sort of content and I could always make some more of it. If you hated it, feel free to fire away on the dislike button if you want. It's all fine by me. And of course, if you want to check me out live, I stream every Wednesday, Friday and Sunday over on Twitch, with Fridays being community days where we play private viewer matches and tournaments, which is always a lot of fun and is always welcome to anyone. If you're watching this on the day it comes out, there's a very high chance that I could be live right now. There's a link to my Twitch and all my other socials in the description below. Finally, I'll just thank you for watching and thanks for your support. If you want to support me further, you are able to use creator code Goldfish in the Rocket League item shop when you make your purchases, and if you do that, I'll love you forever. So with all that said, I guess I'll end the video now. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care of yourselves and each other. All the best. Bye.